What's up, guys? Master Blackwing here. Today, for episode 3, like I said before, we're going to cover the things that we miss. God dang, that episode was just... Woo! So... Why don't we call Coby back? Found our loading screen. What? Congratulations, you found our loading screen. What did that post to me? What? Why am I having 4 frames per second right now? Why is that happening? Am I playing CSGO now? Congratulations! You found our loading screen! What is it loading? I don't... Hello? What is it loading? Why am I getting a loading screen? I mean, it's great that they're getting a game that would load. Hey, whoa! No! Escape. Oh. Damn it. God. Damn it. So let's not do that again. Okay. I guess let's call back Jax? After we parted ways, I went back to my place. Jax was definitely an interesting guy, but, there's more. Whoops. But I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more going on than I was aware of. I must have been lost in my thoughts when I came into the door because Coby almost immediately pounced on me. I was wondering when you were getting back. You took so long I had to assume it was more than coffee, so tell me everything. For a small guy, Coby always managed to catch me off guard. I settled him down and we sat at the table. It was just a date, okay? Admittedly, it was a date. Are you happy now? Coby always knew when I was hiding something, even when I didn't. So, Dish, tell me, what did you two lovebirds do? We're not in love. I could feel my face heating up as Coby continued to grin like a cheesy Cheshire cat. I better tell him something or he'll never leave me alone. We saw a movie. The East Woods was just down the street, so we grabbed the tickets for a minute. We had some popcorn and enjoyed ourselves. That's it. Really? Just a movie? No kissing in the dark room? Or maybe reaching for some popcorn because you are blushing awfully hard for just a movie? I'm not going to live your life viciously through me, Coby. Besides, don't you get enough dates yourself? But it's you. I haven't seen you go out and have fun like this forever. I want to hear all about it because you're my bro. I like knowing you're happy. He gave me the puppy dog eyes and I just melted. Coby was always there for me when I wanted to hang out or just needed to talk. It wasn't unfair to hold back. Alright. We had coffee, we went to a movie, and we kissed. Nothing with tongue or anything, just a peck. So, what is he like? I know lots of people at the bar really like him. He's always so interesting and flirty. And so cute, I'll be jealous. He was different at the start. Much quieter and more reserved. I don't know if I did something wrong at first. Nah, he's probably just like you and doesn't get out much. I mean, he's at the bar almost every night until 3. Not that I stay up that late, of course. Of course. I was hoping I was just a first jitters. I know I was feeling a little anxious still do. Even afterwards, it was like I met a different person. Well, that just means you need to see him again so you can get to know him better. You are going to see him again, right? Yeah, we set a date. Yeah, we talked for a while after the movie, so I suggested dinner over at the place and around the corner. I've been wanting to try it for a while now. Ooh, romantic. Candlelight dinner, maybe some wine. He immediately broke down into giggles. I felt my cheeks flush and glowing at him until he stopped. Sorry, bro. I'm just really happy for you. It's so cute thinking about you two together. You're not helping me feel any less awkward about this, you know. Coby continued to barrage me with the questions about my first day until I managed to distract him with his own romantic life. As he went on about his conquest, I found myself half listening. Part of me kept thinking back to Jack's, the kiss, and theater, and chat about coffee before it. I might be a little rusty at the end, but there's something about just Jack's entertainment even more revealing. I wanted to know what it was. Seeing the look in his face, watching him brighten a shade or two. Couldn't stop thinking about it. I hadn't felt this way about someone in a long time. Hello? I was paying attention. No, you weren't. You were a million miles away, likely with someone else. He was right, of course. Seems like Jax made me of an impression than I thought. Still, I wasn't any good at dwell on it. I couldn't compress my entire dating life to do a single guy. Let's just do something else. I need to distract myself for a while. Ooh, what if we... Fortunately, Coby was more than willing to distract me, as we're a number of chores I had been neglecting between getting my backside whipped at the video games, cleaning the house a mess, and grabbing something for dinner. It was at 10 and it was too tired to worry. Coby said some quick goodbyes as he ducked out the door in his club gear, and I flopped on the bed. It was nearly midnight when my phone started ringing. I forgot the silence before passing. I was struggling to grab it from that, blinking myself away. I swiped the answer cell phone to Mayor. Hello? I could hear anything on the other end from a safe for the roaring crowd, and at least a dozen background cover stage. It sounded like someone was trying to talk, but I could only hear snipples above the din. Playing heard someone's sounds of movement and a door opening. The background noise grew muffled, and I could finally make out the voice. Can you hear me now? Jax? Why are you calling me in the middle of the night? Is something wrong?
Oh, I took her picture for a while.
Okay, I'm coming. Let me guess. Be right back. Sorry guys, I'm back. That was my little niece. She was there. She needed help. Alright. There was a pause longer than I really felt comfortable at first. I thought connection had dropped, but soon I had our resigned side from another. One of the bartenders got sick and can't work for the rest of the week. I didn't want to tell you like this, but I don't have a chance to step away until now. I don't get a real meal break until later. My head sank a little. Was this real, or was he just backing off again? I found myself getting a little angry at him until I realized he wouldn't be calling me middle of the night just to keep me at the arm's length. I'm sorry, I really am. I was looking forward to it. It's been forever since I last had a nice, settled down meal. I really have to make down with whatever I can to reheat the kitchen from last night. What's on the menu? What's on the menu tonight then? Tonight, I have a lovely boxed mac and cheese aged for 3 weeks on the shelf. I got a robust neon flavor with hints of cardboard and memories of being in college. We both chuckled at Jack's fluorescent discussion over a moment before sitting back into an awkward silence. Maybe I was thinking about aloud, but when he said, "This isn't an excuse," it caught me off guard. It was my concern, but to address it so directly, I spluttered into the phone, something that I hadn't even considered it. Still, he seemed to have a pretty clear read on me. I know I came off a little distant yesterday, but I really had fun. I wanted to see what was in store for our next date. Next date, he was actually concerning that. My cheeks flushed a little as I grinned and spread across my lips. So we are actually dating. It wasn't just a casual muffin. Well, yeah. I don't split muffin with every cute guy who walks into the door and takes me out for coffee. I never keep my girlish figure if that was the case. My sense of ease was interrupted by the sound of noise spilling into the background. Someone striding over to the den. I know, I'm finishing up now. I'm sorry, I'm like cycling. I gotta go. Jack scrambled to the end of the car, so I left him sitting upright in bed, staring at my phone. All the anxiety having from before seemed to be silly. He wanted to see me again. He said he did. Who knew when he might even have the chance, though? I thought I was suddenly trying to call him back, but maybe he could still away a moment or two, and we could have lunch or something tomorrow. He is picking me up. He isn't picking up. Maybe he can't hear his phone. Maybe he's busy. I suppose I could always drop by the club. Let's drop by the club. If you're gonna find the time to do it, then I need to make the time to see him again. He mentioned a meal break and didn't sound thrilled about it. If it's true, I should go grab something to bring. I got myself together and headed out to his door. The only question was what to bring between me and the club were a few choices that were open this late. Really? Burger Wolf, Dragon House of Noodles, Mia Amor, Favre's Curries. Burger Wolf. Burger Wolf. Burger Wolf. Burger Wolf. Burger Wolf. Oh, I'm sorry. But serious. So, let's see. What is Jack's type? He's a partier. He's a outgoing type of guy, but he's not that very outgoing. He's more romantic than he let on. So, Burger Wolf would be cheesy as hell. So, let's go Mia Amor. Mia Amor was probably the more expensive option, but next to romantic dinner like some heavily Italian. I picked up a bag of order spaghetti and some garlic bread. I figured out simple would be the best, and ice on my water. That said, the smell of the meatballs was heaven, and I just hope he liked extra parmesan. Traffic being almost non-existent, I was easy enough to get to the club in the record time. After wrestling with the car and sipping to space for a minute, I hustled into the front door and made my way inside. The place was packed from wall to wall. I could hear anyone over the music across the story the girl Jax had mentioned invited a few more friends over the night. Hey girl, this fresh meat and not bad looking at one of that. Woo, take off your top. Lunar? Who are you? Oh my goodness. I spluttered in place as the girl bounced in front of me, sloshing her drinks around. It's pretty clear from her expression that it wasn't her first. Come on, cut loose. Whoa, we're all to the bar. You should come and join us. I know Monique would be into you. I tried to bow out, shooting over the noise as she began to tug on my arm and yank me into the direction of their booths. I desperately looked around for Jackson and anyone else. I recognized she pulled me to the table scattered with short glass. Shots, woo. As I was about to down on just get to and let go, one of the other bartenders from last night tapped me on the shoulder. He gave me a wink and nudged me back as he laid out a whole new array of beverages for the interested crowd. They seemed to forget about me in the moment and snagged each other alcohol fruit as a trip. Roll the bartender. Wow. Sorry about that. They've been getting a little rowdy. Follow me. The two of us made our way through the club towards the back main room. He lifted a small separate of a sheer me past, and I thought it was a swing kitchen door. Wow, it was a bit darker back here. It was also much quieter. There, now I don't have to shout. You're Max Blackwing, right? Jackson's been complaining about having to work a lot since started his shift. He told us you might be dropping by. It seemed like he's pretty fond of you. He gave me a bit of an elbow nudge as I stammered back to him. I expected his co-workers to be so aware of our dating lives. I just tried to smile and not feel too awkward about someone knowing about me than I did about them. Yeah, well, he hit it pretty off. Good to see him dating again. Been trying to bury himself in work for so long. Heck, it's just his luck that one day he asked off this week is when Mitch gets sick. He led me back to the empty prep table in the back of the kitchen. A couple of abused parts to serve as Chesney mentioned to one and smile. I'll let him know you're back here. After I got set up back into the club, my head was spinning. In a few minutes, I learned more about Jack's past than I ever in his first day. Still, his initial reaction to me outside the bar made a little more sense, though I still didn't know what he actually happened. I started packing what I brought and grabbing a few dishes from the clean stack near the dishwasher, setting them up on tap. I just poured a glass water and Jax walked in. It had clearly been a long night for Jackson. His stripper attitude was waning, and his stomach was audibly rumbling. It made me wonder if he had a chance to grab something to eat since this morning. I hate to be blunt, but I'm starving. Do you mind if we just jump in? Aw, not at all. Aww. Oh, poor Jax. They bought my food while Jax wolfed face down. Asking about his day, how he was doing now, and two of us explained pleasant as we ate. I still can't put what other bartenders had said off my head, nor the awkwardness of him knowing my name without knowing his. Jax must have seen it as he sat down his food and smiled. Much better? Sorry about I didn't get something to eat. I tend to collapse around this point. Spaghetti? Did you have an ulterior motive? Speaking of kisses across the table or something? If that was my intention, I wouldn't have gotten the garlic bread. True enough. Either way, it's better than Reheated mac and cheese for the third night in a row. Thanks. Sitting across the table, my mind wandered back to what the other bartender said. It seemed clear that Jax was at the least interested in me. So why was he so quiet when we first met? I didn't know what to pry if I had to know. Jax, I need to ask you something. It's been bothering me for a while now. What's that? Yesterday you were a different person at the start. Quiet, reserved, for sure. Here though you're a showman. Your coworker mentioned that you hadn't been dating for a while. Let's be direct. What happened? It's not important. Well, it is important, but it's not a big deal. I want to make sure if I'm not getting the wrong signals, I like you, Jax. It's a little painful still, hard to talk about, even with my friends. I figured it, but I liked it. I liked that I got to know when I first met. Then you that I was with after the movie. I didn't want to vanish on me. You're only the second guy I've dated. Most of the time I've been with women. I've always been casual and we've been friends after, but the first guy I was with, I met back in college. He shifted a little and said his scale setting to a duller hue. It was clear he was getting a little uncomfortable. He was a driven guy, very ambitious. He got straight A's all in his class, involved in nearly every activity in campus, and he went up touring me in math. We got to know each other, and then one night he leaned over against me, full on the list. He blushed as he looked down towards the table, shifting his eyes for a moment. Then he took a slow breath and continued. It wasn't really an aha, I'm gay moment, but I was intoxicated. It was like being new to the whole thing again. We was tight throughout our last 2 years of school. He had always taken me out on fancy places to buy me stuff. It was fun in a sort of materialistic way. We all like it when someone takes care of us. Oh, there are days I took a look at my bills and I wish I had a sugar daddy. I'd be working odd jobs to help pay tuition and other costs. Mostly waiting on jobs at the restaurant as soon as just could give me extra cash I needed for my day to stay stuff. After a while, I found I really liked it, the showmanship, performing in front of an audience. You do like you love it. I've never seen anyone so enthusiastic about making drinks and getting to know people. He beamed at me from across the table, his hand sliding across it towards mine. He stopped short and looked back down at his plate and smiled vanishing. He didn't, though. Said it was a waste of time, that I never make any money that way or go anywhere important. That's when the fight started. I broke it off and we went our separate ways. I went back to girls and last I heard, he was off in New York somewhere with a law firm and an investment bank or something. I don't get it. What does that have to do with dating guys? He shrugged a little, lowering his gaze to the table. He was my first, and I guess I just assumed most guys were going to be like him, working in a bar. I saw how most guys approach women and figured that was the norm. So I just dove into what I love. I get to flirt here and there and maybe have dinner with an attractive woman and not get judged by her for doing what I want in my life. Jax, I'm not going to judge you. It's part of the reason I asked you out. In a room full of people trying to be seen, you stood out the most of you. You're a sweet talker, you. Aww. I'm not your ex, and I'm certainly not someone who only wants to get into your skimpies. You're skimpy. A very flowering breeze. I call you because I wanted to get to know you. Beyond your abilities, mixed drinks and flirt. Believe me, I know for one thing, he never visited me at work. For another, he never instigates anything he didn't already want to do. We sat and chatted for a while, talking about our past, a little about our presents. Unfortunately, it wasn't long before our kitchen door swung open once more, and Jack's co-workers shuffling in and looking quite haggard. Jax, girls out there are about to start a bar brawl. If you don't come back out, they say you're the only one who knows how to silence a slice of mango with the sexy. Both of us snicker before turning back to each other. Give them a second to clean up. Tell them I'm grabbing all the melons they can want. The bartender nodded and smiled in relief before heading back out into the room. The two of us took the time to clean up and chat a little bit. Once we finished this, Jack turned to me with a resigned smile. Well, it seems my public away. Sorry to cut the day short. To the downstairs of being of a working stiff these days. It's alright. Not like Not like the ample free time from unemployment is doing much good. I'm glad we got some more time together. It's fine, really. Consider how in demand you seem to be. Would you have it any other way? I'm a total attention whore. I couldn't help but chuckle. It was comforting to see him come from the sharp-dressed guy who served me my first drink anyway. He always looked the best in his bus. I expect a third day, you know? Maybe a third and a half day, considering this one wasn't nearly as much fun as our first. I'll try to make it a little more interesting than back to the kitchen at work. Next time I'll bring muffins and then fireworks. Just know that setting the bar pretty high. He winked at me and took a step back as asked to leave. I could feel the pull, the attraction of a moment that lingered between us. Like there was more to say or do. Maybe it was just me wanting more time with him. I want to kiss him. Before he could walk away, I placed a hand gently on his shoulder. Once he turned, I leaned in close and pressed my lips against his. He immediately melted into the kiss. His eyes fluttered shut as he pressed his body close to mine. The two of us held each other for a moment as we could. Oh! Tried touching each other's hands, clutched each other tightly. Rapidly, I put away and he stroked his cheek softly. You can expect better than that on our next date. Wow. I don't think I can look forward to it more than I already did. He coughed lightly and adjusted himself. His skimpy briefs now a little tighter than usual around his sensitive area. He kissed me gently on the cheek and strode back out into the club. Good night, handsome. Standing there, pants quite awkwardly tight in the darkening kitchen, I feel more comfortable and comforting than I had in a while. I ducked out the back door and avoided crowds and made my way back to the car. Now I knew the feelings that was mutual and the third date was going to be something more mutual. At least that was my intention. Now I just had to deal with Coby barging me for more details. It was kind of fun being the one with something to talk about instead of him. A story for a kiss like the one we had to share. Oh, it's getting late. It's actually getting late. Game save. Okay, so Coby's going. If I click this again, it's gonna put me back with Coby. I don't want to do it, but dang it! No! I'll be right back.
A glimmer of hope, it shimmers so bright. When I am all lost, it guides me through the night. When my faith is dwindling and I just want to know the truth, there is no one